Hey everybody, the Blackwater Bandits are back, and this is the video we know you've all been waiting for. Today we're going to talk about making money in Red Dead Redemption Online. I'm Special Agent 9. So in this video, we're going to talk about all the different ways that you can earn money in Red Dead Online, and how well they actually work, if they're worth your time, and how much you can make doing all these things. So we're going to talk about a little bit about what not to do, and we're going to show you what to do to maximize your profits. And just so you know, the Blackwater Bandits have always got your back. As soon as the game came out, we spent about 2 days looking for treasures and known special item locations, places where you can find rare guns in story mode. We looked at all of the Red Dead Online equivalents to the special places in story mode. No, there are no hidden treasures, at least not right now. There are no hidden special hats, clothes, weapons, gold bars, or any of the stuff that you were able to find in story mode. So you don't need to go looking for it. Don't go chasing waterfalls. We can promise you none of that stuff is there. So with that said, we do know what it's like to be a broke bandit on the prairie. So let's get right into it. Let's start talking about making money. Because as you know, the world of Red Dead Online is extremely expensive. You can see some of the prices on weapons here. You're gonna need a lot of money to buy anything. It's also costly just to fix up your weapons. The base price is nothing. Fixing up the guns, everything special you want to do, if you want to change the metals, if you want to actually improve your weapons, that all costs money. This is a very, very expensive game. So you need to know not just how to make money, but how to make it as efficiently as possible. You need to know the methods for making the fastest amount of money with the least amount of hassle, so that you can maximize your time and your profits in the world of Red Dead Online. So when you first get started and you're still leveling up, one of the easiest and best ways to make money is doing your story missions. You definitely want to do your own story missions first. These are going to appear as big yellow circles on your map. There's a whole quest chain, several different story missions that play out, and at the end of it you will get a nice amount of cash, around $200. So you want to do these story missions, and we do have a link to the playlist. We have tutorials for every single one of these missions to show you how to actually maximize your profits and get through them very, very quickly. At the end of every story mission you do get rewarded, and they are repeatable. You can queue up for random story missions doing the left D-pad menu, or you can go directly into your player menu and select the mission that you want to run again and just run it all over again. Now if you do that, the story mission that you want to repeat is If the Hat Fits, because you can actually get the most money out of this. What you want to do is take the outlaw's deal, agree to take the deal with him. He will then lead you to his secret treasure. At that point you will kill him, and you'll turn him in as a bounty anyway. Yes, you're going to double cross him, and you'll get paid twice for doing that job. So that is how you maximize profits on that. And, you know, keep in mind, you're riding with the Blackwater Bandits now, so you're going to be doing some illegal and shady stuff if you want to make money in this game like a bandit would do it. We didn't say we were going to tell you the way to make money that was the best and the nicest. We said we were going to tell you how to make money. And if you got to betray some people and do some double crossing, you know, do it. So, story missions, very, very good way to make money if you have a good crew. Another way to make money if you have a good crew, or even by yourself, is doing the stranger missions. These guys are all over your map. They look like little orange circles with people in them waving at you. They'll give you all kinds of random tasks to do. In this particular one you can see on your screen, you have to assassinate a guy, and then it turns into assassinating some guys. And some of these have turn-in locations where you actually have to physically go somewhere and drop something off. Others of them just end right here on the spot. And as you can see, you'll make a few bucks and some gold nuggets and a nice little chunk of XP for each one. You can also, of course, loot the people that you kill during the course of each stranger mission, because there's a lot of shootouts, so you will be killing a lot of people. Here's another one where you go on a cougar hunt. Ultimately, you end up killing a cougar. So there's a lot of different things you do here. You might steal horses, you might steal mail, and once you've met them one time, they're no longer strangers, you know their names, and a lot of them do offer repeatable quests. So you can just do these stranger missions over and over. They're all over the map. You can get them done pretty quickly. And the trick to it actually is you want to wait, if possible, if you're not getting griefed by a bunch of other players. Wait until you have about 30 seconds left to turn it in, if you can. Complete the final step of it within the last 30 seconds there, and that's how you will actually make the most money doing stranger missions. Here's a look at the map. You can see they're absolutely everywhere in every single region, so those are always a viable way to make a few extra bucks. You can also find gang hideouts throughout the world of Red Dead Online. These are a lot like the GTA gang hideouts if you play GTA 5. They are at fixed locations all over every region of the map, and it's just a group of outlaws hanging out somewhere. You want to just kill them. It's usually best to get into a good vantage position and kill them from a distance before you just go running right in. But once they're all dead and it's cleared, you can loot all of their bodies. Sometimes they have random items lying around, whiskey bottles and this kind of stuff. It's not a lot of great money, but you can get ammo and items from them, and every once in a while you will actually get a treasure map. Dude actually got a treasure map from that particular hideout that you just saw. So if there's a chance of getting a treasure map, you always want to take it. And as I said, you can get some items, sometimes jewelry and belt buckles and things that can be sold to a fence. So these hideouts appear as red small circles on your map, and then as you approach you'll see the red field on your map growing larger as you get close to this hideout area. There's always a leader. Sometimes the leader will talk to you and ask you to free him. It has hearsay. I have not had this happen. We've cleared a lot of hideouts. I haven't had this happen yet. Some people say that if you free the leader, he will give you an item, perhaps a treasure map. I have not had that happen. So you can always try to free the leader, and if he doesn't give you anything, just kill him. You know, because he should have gave you something. And here's a look at actually the solution to the treasure map that Dude found. It's just like your leveling treasure maps. You just search the yellow area for your treasure using your eagle eye, and it'll pop up as yellow on your eagle eye when you find it. And you can get sometimes a tonic or two, some gold nuggets, and money out of these treasures. So it's always a good idea to stop and clear out a hideout if you find one, because you can get some stuff from doing it, and it's a little bit of extra money for your pocket, and who knows, you might also get a treasure map. Now, you will also find random ambushes sometimes on the map. You will just get shot out by a whole gang. Just take them all down. You can loot their bodies as well. I actually found a treasure map on a body at an ambush. These are at various points in the map, and you'll find them just riding along the road. So if you get shot out by a random gang, go ahead and stop, take them out, kill them all. They're not that difficult to kill, and you can get stuff from looting their bodies. And you can see Dude here taking a trip to the fence, and he's going to sell the items that he's been getting from doing hideouts and ambushes. So it's a little bit of good money. It's worth stopping and clearing these places out when you find them. It's not necessarily worth going to seek them out. It's also not necessarily worth doing home robberies as a way to make money. We actually went to a lot of the houses and a lot of the areas where you could find really good treasures in Red Dead Story Mode. You will not find that in Red Dead Online. Sometimes you will find an odd piece of jewelry that you can sell for a couple bucks, but mainly the homes you will find grocery items, canned goods, things to eat, sometimes tonics, but you're not going to find, more than $5 worth of actual goods to sell. I've never found cash in one of these places. We've checked a lot of the homes, and there are homes all over Red Dead Online, but don't expect to find good stuff there. Like I said, it's mostly just items, and that's good. It's a good way to save money. So before you go and buy anything from a general store, maybe go rob a few houses first, and you can actually restock and resupply your own stuff that way. But this is not something you're going to want to spend a lot of time doing to make cash, because you won't make very good cash. If you are doing a robbery, try to rob a place with a barn or a stable. Sometimes you can actually find horse, reviver, and edibles for your horse. So that's another way just to save money um, by having those items. Also, a word to the wise, some of the grossest looking houses, like this little swamp cabin that Dude Rizza found, they have some of the best stuff. They look like they wouldn't have anything. They have a lot of different items there. Sometimes you can find jewelry there. And then a lot of the really nice looking houses, you can't find anything worth having in them. So don't be afraid to go in the crappy looking houses. Now, in Red Dead story mode, robbing trains is very good money. This is not the case in Red Dead Online. There are no passenger trains in the current build of Red Dead Online. So if you rob a train, you will not find any of the safes that were on the ones in story mode. You won't find any of the people. There's hardly anything at all, in fact, to steal on trains. There's no purpose for wasting your time with them. There is a belt buckle you can get for driving a train around, so if you want that, go ahead and get it. But robbing trains, you will never make money. So let's talk about robbing people and horses, because there's lots of travelers, NPCs, all over the world of Red Dead. So Dude and I spent a good deal of time one day just robbing these random NPCs, killing them, looting them, robbing their horses. You can rob the saddlebags of horses. All you have to do is ride the horse around a little bit, get it used to you, pet it if you can, tell it it's a pretty horse or whatever. And once it gets nice and calmed down, you can go to rob the saddlebag. You can get tonics out of saddlebags. In story mode, sometimes you can find gold nuggets and cash and all kinds of things. That is not going to happen on these Red Dead Online travelers. You can rob both sides of the horse, both saddlebags. Just make sure that you pet the horse each time before you try to rob a saddlebag. Don't rob a saddlebag and then walk right around the other side of the horse and try to rob the other one. You will get kicked, and you can die from being kicked by these horses. These are some savage, savage horses. So, watch what you're doing. But to get back to the topic at hand, Dude and I killed a lot of these NPCs, and we made very, very little money. It's good for getting tonics, tobacco, cigarettes, things to build up your Deadeye. It is not good for getting money. So if you want to grab some tonics, sure, go ahead and kill some people and steal their stuff. But don't expect to get a lot of money out of it. If you want to get a lot of money, hunting and gathering is something that does work. This is what sustained mankind through the Ice Age, and it will sustain you in Red Dead Online. Anytime you have a free minute, if you're standing around waiting for a buddy, if you're waiting for something to happen, go ahead and pick plants that are around you. Not just because you can sell them for a quarter a piece at any doctor. You can pick up items that your horse can eat. You can pick up items that you can make your own tonics with, so you don't have to spend money buying tonics. So just grab whatever's around. You can use some of these herbs to make your food better. You can make gold core food. Shoot any animals you happen to see near you. Just always be hunting and gathering whenever you have a free minute. If you're just waiting on something else to happen, go ahead and shoot and gather whatever is around you to make a little bit of extra cash, because you can make some good money hunting and gathering all throughout the world of Red Dead Online. And the same rules still apply here as in story mode. Perfect pelts will yield you much more money. Perfect carcasses will get you a lot more money. So use your varmint rifles for smaller creatures. Use a good clean rifle and try to get good kills. We're going to go ahead and take a trip to the butcher now and show you some of the money that you can get just from hunting all over the world various animals throughout Red Dead Redemption Online. This is a bag full of stuff. There's a lot of pelts here, and as you can see, you can sell all kinds of different animal parts. You can sell meat, you can sell bird feathers, you can sell skins, you can sell whole bodies of animals, teeth, claws. Some animals give you antlers. Buck antlers are very, very good. Anytime you see a buck, go ahead and kill it. You get a buck for a buck. You will get $1 for every buck antler that you bring in. That is no small amount of money considering how much everything costs in the world of Red Dead Online. So always be hunting and gathering, and you will always be making a lot of money. But if you want to know the real, the place you need to go to start making some really good money on hunting is the swamp down in the Lemoyne area. These swamp birds, you can see the pretty spoonbills and the birds with the colorful plumage. These birds actually have very expensive feathers. Their bodies sell pretty well too, so grab perfect bird bodies when you get them. Grab their feathers. This does not apply to ravens and turkeys, but rather the spoonbills and the herons and all these birds that you can find right around here in the swamp. You can't find these birds anywhere else. You can find them here, and you will get a nice little chunk of change for selling these at a butcher. You can see right here on your screen, Dude Rizza is making a nice bit of money just selling bird feathers and other swamp items. This is just one trip to the swamp. So this is a really good way to maximize your hunting profits. Just make sure you're hunting in the right location. And you can find these birds in the swamp anytime, day or night. They do seem to be more prevalent in the daytime. They're also a lot easier to see. But sometimes you can come across a huge group of them and just make, $20 to $30 in a couple seconds, as you can see Dude doing right here. Now, while you're in the swamp, you need to search for the holy grail of the swamp, which is these little baby alligators. Now, as Dude Rizza and Frogman XDX are going to demonstrate for you now, you can take the pelt and the carcass of these animals, and you can sell them for a very great profit at any butcher. These baby alligators are very hard to find. You will not see them often, but always keep your eyes peeled for these guys while you're in the swamp. Kill every single one of them that you see. The perfect ones will sell more, so try to get a clean kill. They're not very dangerous to you at all, so kill the baby alligators. Every last one. So, hunting is always going to be good profits, especially if you're hunting in the right place. But you can make more money fishing, especially if you're doing it in the right place. So we're going to take you now to the Dakota River. This is right near Valentine, and this is the home of the northern pike. This is a very large fish that you can catch with your special river lure that's available from the bait lady who's down in Lemoyne. And these fish, as you can see, are very large, but they're very easy to catch because the river's so narrow. Dude has a stolen horse tethered to the tree. He is now loading the fish onto the stolen horse, and he's going to ride that into Valentine. He has another fish on his horse that's following him to the butcher. So now Dude Rizza is going to take the fish off the stolen horse and walk it over to the butcher to sell it for $8. That is an $8 fish, ladies and gentlemen, and he has 2 of them. So that is $16 that he made in just a few minutes, and he can ride right back to the river and do it again. Or you can really do something and get yourself a wagon. This is what Looney Goon likes to call a bucket wagon. As you can see, he has it loaded up with fish. Now all you need to do is steal one of these wagons. You can find them actually right around Valentine, so this is very easy to do. Just drive the wagon over to your fishing hole at the Dakota River, back it up next to some rocks, and then you can walk on the rocks and then just drop fish right into your wagon. And as long as you're not being griefed by people, you can load up 4, 5, 6 fish in there, drive it over to the butcher, and sell each one of them individually out of the wagon to the butcher and make a very nice amount of profit. You also want to be aware of farms and ranches all over Red Dead. You can find sheep and pigs here. Usually they are perfect in condition, and you can just hop right into the sheep or pig pen with your rope them, bring them close to you, and then you'll automatically get the option to kill them with your knife, and you'll get a perfect pelt. And you can just skin all of these animals. You'll get meat and animal parts, and you can load up all the pelts on your horse and go sell them. You want to do this at night, otherwise you will upset the people who own the farms and the ranches. But this is a great way to get a lot of perfect pelts and get a lot of quick money easily. Just terrorize all the farmers. There are many other activities you can try in Red Dead Online, such as doing the races. These are pretty insane, actually. Some races are point to point. You go from point A to point B. This race that I'm doing here is not one of those. You have to run over barrels in this race. It doesn't matter what pattern you use to run over the barrels, you just have to run over them. There are other barrels to run over as well, and this is the same for all races. You have to run over stamina barrels to keep your horse running. You can also find weapon barrels so you can terrorize other people during the race. It is full contact, free-for-all craziness. I did win that race, as you can see. I did not make very good money. Racing is not good money at all. What is good money, however, is PvP. You can make right now the most money from doing PvP, and we actually are going to have a whole separate PvP video to show you and talk about various methods and strategies for doing that. But what we have found in all of our grinding and all of our work is that PvP is the most money in the least amount of time, and it's the most effective way to grind it out in Red Dead Redemption Online. So make sure you check out our PvP video, because we will get really in depth and show you the best ways to make money, which PvP option you need to choose, and everything you need to know about that. Meanwhile, we hope that these tips for making money otherwise in Red Dead did help you. We wish you the best of luck hunting and fishing and double crossing people and whatever other methods you want to use to earn your way in the world of Red Dead. If you liked this video, please subscribe to our channel. Get a look at our treasure hunt videos, our tutorials, and all of the other stuff we have to offer to you. Thank you for watching. We are the Blackwater Bandits.